IKEA bookshelves are like the golden idol at the end of the dangerous temple whenever it comes to collectors of any type. Anime, Star Wars, Marvel, Pokemon cards, anything. Everybody always talks about IKEA shelves, about how cool they are, and the different types they have, and how well made they are. And I've never really got that. I've always thought, well, they're not really for me, but I understand where people are coming from. Well, I decided to buy one. Just find out. Are they really that good? We're gonna find out. We're gonna see how good an IKEA shelf really is. And how good is it for an anime collection? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna tell you whether you should buy one or not, and we'll see where we put it in the collection. So this thing comes in 2 separate boxes. I will explain some of the different varieties of shelves here in a little bit, but this one comes in 2 different pieces. This is one that I thought was nice. There's different ones, there's customizable ones. We'll talk about all that here in a little bit. I'm not gonna bore you with the building process because I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I'll be back in about 5 seconds for you, and hopefully not 10 hours for me. And here we are. We have a shelf now. So yeah, I decided to put it here in the middle of the room because we had the Attack on Titan set up here, and it was really just a blank background there. And one problem that I have had, and I'll show you a small clip here, we are out of room whenever it comes to the My Hero Academia Funko Pops. We are completely out of room. And I've actually moved the Attack on Titan Funko Pops over there. So the Attack on Titan collection, which is where you're at right now, really had nowhere to go, and I kind of wanted it to have its own little area. So I thought what would be really fun is if we put this here, right beside the Attack on Titan setup, and then we're able to put the Attack on Titan figures inside the case here. And I think that'll look really cool up there, because then it kind of stands out in the room. I really like that. Attack on Titan is one of my favorite anime, so I think this looks really nice. Now, I do want to add some lights up into the top of this thing. We will do that soon, but yeah, I am a big fan of how this has turned out so far. I do want to kind of briefly talk about these and kind of my opinion on them and what you should do if you're looking for these or you're interested in the wooden bookcases, and what my general thoughts are on them. And then we're gonna go ahead and move all the Attack on Titan stuff over here. But, real quick, I don't think these are 100% worth it. Now, don't get me wrong, these are really nice. They are really, really nice. And if you have a smaller collection, they are absolutely worth it. You're getting your money's worth. Your figures are going to look amazing in them, and you're gonna be very happy with them. Or if you're a big fan of like Hot Toys or even freeing figures, I feel like you'll really be happy with what your collection looks like in this case. And dust-wise, you'll never have to worry about dust because, I mean, it's a glass case, so it's really nice whenever it comes to that. You can lock them if you have, you know, younger kids or whatever. So yeah, that, in that terms, yes, it's very good. But I wouldn't recommend this for a bigger collection because I would need like 30 of these. I don't have that kind of money to spend that much on glass shelves. I mean, it'd be really cool, but I don't really want to spend all of my money on just glass shelving. But it is really nice. They do make some different types. Obviously, they make, their big one that they sell is the Billy bookcase. This is not the Billy bookcase. This is just one you can buy. And I didn't really want to buy one of the Billy bookcases because those are custom and those are more, you know, not necessarily more expensive, but they are a little bit more of a, you're really getting into it if you get one of those. Now, do I recommend those if you're wanting to do a big setup? Yeah, probably those are the better way to go. But this is a great alternative if you just want to buy a single one or double one. What's great about this one is if I ever wanted to, I can turn it and then I can put another one on the back. I might actually end up doing that if I end up moving the Demon Slayer figures that are over on the other side of the room. I might put the Attack on Titan ones, I might move them there, and then put the Demon Slayer ones here, and maybe move Nezuko down here to the end then. But we'll see, we got time, because this won't fill up with just Attack on Titan stuff for right now. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. It looks nice. It kind of adds something to the room. And what I was really concerned about, and this kind of gets me to my next point, I put this on this side of the room, but on the other side of the room where all my figures are, where I normally record my videos and where I started the beginning of this video, the main thing with that is these bookcases that I currently have line the walls. They kind of make a U shape. And the figures on that wall look great. I love the way that it looks right now, and I'm very happy with that. But eventually, I will run out of room on that U-shaped shelving unit. And so a thought I've always had is, what do I do whenever I run out of space? And a thought that I had is I could make those little 3 tall bookcases, and I could have them down here, and you could look over them, but they would still block the thing, because a wooden bookshelf, you cannot see through it. Another alternative that I thought of was these glass cases, because you can see right through them. They don't really block or obstruct the view of your whole collection. I don't know if I'm going to go that route, but it is something to where I want to sit with this for a while. I want to have it in my collection. I want to be able to look across the room, and if I'm like, yeah, that looks nice, kind of get my thoughts on it, because in some ways, I love this. In some ways, I'm like, I'm fine with only this one being in my collection, maybe that second one eventually, but not any more than that. I definitely don't want it to replace like the Miku shelf or the Love Live shelf. Those I'm kind of happy being bookcases because they're up against the wall. But this one, I do think it turned out pretty nice. I am very impressed with the quality, the way that it's put together, the way that everything fits together. It all feels like it's very high quality. So I don't think if you ever decided to buy one of these that you're getting a bad deal, even though they are a little bit more expensive. This was actually about $230. Now, that might be a little bit pricey for you, and it's kind of a little bit pricey for me. But it is something that I wanted to try. I've heard about these for years, and I just wanted to find out, well, what is my opinion on them? I want to get one in hand, and I want to look at it myself. Now, I will make a follow-up video eventually, or a follow-up short or something, and we'll put the lights in here and see how that looks and everything. But for now, I am really happy with how this turned out. And before I let you go, I do want to move all the Attack on Titan stuff in there and then show you a final product to see how that looks. Okay, so I got them all in there, and this actually looks a lot cooler than I expected because it looks like a little shop display, and I'm really happy with it. It just looks really nice. I think it really looks nice whenever you open it up and you're able to look at it. And then it's like you're opening up a little like display case. And it just looks so good. I am a big fan of it. That door does not stay open. I don't know why. But anyway, this looks really nice. Let me know. I am curious here. I'm gonna use my trusty stool here as a doorstop, but I want to ask you something. Up here, I decided to put them in kind of a circle, so that any way you're looking at these, if you're looking at them from over here or over there, you can always, like, one of them is facing you. And I think that's really cool. Like, you kind of got a view all the way around. And I think that's neat. But I also really like this, to where they're all facing you. And I kind of like that, even though, like, all right, from the back here, it's going to look a little weird because it's all the back of them. But, like, I think that looks really nice. Like, I love these Nendroids, and I am a big fan of this set. And it's a complete set. Almost. I need a Levi, but pretty much. And, I mean, it just looks nice. Now, these down here doesn't really matter because, it's got the back there. But what do you think? Let me know down below what you think about it. I just think these look so nice. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really cool. And like I said, the doors are, they're there and they keep the dust out, so that is a big plus. Now I will say it does not look quite as cool with the doors shut, But, I mean, it's still really nice. I'm a big fan of it. Like, you may not think the doors closed make it look any better. You may think it kind of ruins it. I don't. And I really want to get a light up here because then it'll light these guys up. And I think it'll look really nice. We'll update you if we end up doing that. And now, most important of all, we have more room for Funko Pops. I know that's what everybody loves to hear. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.